Stand by for the Brewery Underground podcast.
In Nashville's harbor wise, cracked and bruised when meet the skies. Stephen Scott, they lead the way. Brewery Underground, night and day. Raise your glass, let's ignite. In this city, we unite. Raise your glass, let's ignite. In this city, we unite.
Well, hey, everybody, we're recording because this is a very sour edition of the Brewery Underground podcast. Scott, I'm so sorry on this podcast that you're feeling so sour today. Are you gonna be okay?
I'll rally. I had a little whiskey pour before we came on here just to kind of, wet my whistle, and I'm ready to dive into what we've got here today
I
and
know.
what we've got over here today.
I know. Well, don't be dour or sour. Just drink some sours. That's what we're gonna do on this podcast.
Are you done with those puns?
Now,
Are
the
you done with
puns can go on for days, but we're gonna skip through a couple of puns here and talk about why we're here. We got the Queen of Sours. Yes,
Wow.
yes.
Wow. Okay. I will
Is-
take it.
Is that an official title?
Is that official?
I'll give you an official title.
Oh my
Fine by-
gosh.
You can
If you
have
make
it.
this into a reel, can it like spin above my head and be like
Yeah.
Queen of Sours?
Why not?
Queen of
Why
Sour, we
not?
can do that. Well, introduce the Queen of Sours.
Well, everybody, it is our official pleasure to introduce the Queen of Sour. She is Ashley Rotruck from the beer community. We love her. She is a good friend of ours and from West Virginia. I think
Little old West Virginia.
I
Yep.
think she also may be married to some guy that does a podcast and also does a
Yeah.
podcast with another guy. I mean, there's all kinds of things
Yeah.
going
That
on.
guy gets
these days,
around.
right?
There's just like a bunch of scrubs that just sit all the time. I mean,
I think it's
another man on a microphone, just what we all need.
That's it.
right.
That's
and
it.
I think he's up to. I think he just does it so he can drink more beer. Ultimately,
I think so too.
That's right.
You know?
Podcast. Oh, gotta have beer with it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm also in the community with him. So it's not like he needs an excuse. Like, it's not, oh, my wife won't let me drink beer. I'm going
Right.
to have 3 more podcasts.
Oh my gosh.
Well, from what I understand, you guys have a lot of beer in the house.
Yeah. We have a lot of beer. Our downstairs is basically all beer, thanks to the lovely 8-tap kegerator for
Mhm.
2 people who live 25 minutes away from their closest friends. And not to mention the cabinets in my laundry room that are totally filled to the brim with beer, and then some that are spilling over in boxes all over the place. So yeah, we
Wow.
have lots of beer to spare.
Well, it's one of those things. It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it.
That's true. I mean, we're coming up into winter. If there's a snowstorm or a blizzard, we're set. We just got to
Yes.
worry about the milk and the bread and the toilet paper. So
I was thinking about that. Yeah, I was thinking about that last night. It's like I got the beer. I've been on a
Yeah.
beer run lately, so I got the beer, and yeah, I do have some toilet paper, thank God. So what else do you need? What else do you need?
nothing, literally nothing.
Steve had COVID a couple years ago, and I go, "Hey man, you need anything? Do you have enough beer?"
That was the only
I'd bring
question
it
he
to-
asked me. I said, "Hey, I got COVID. Do you have enough beer?" I'm like,
And at that rate, could you even taste it? It wasn't even probably worth it.
The only bad thing was by the time it ended, what I had left in my the back of my beer fridge was like some Blue Moon that had been sitting there for a long time. So like,
But you were scraping the bottom.
yeah,
I
oh,
mean-
I know.
I mean, it could always be worse, but oof, yeah.
I know. Well, you know what? We brought you on here today because there's a lot of reasons we brought you on here because you're a great friend of ours. You're a great friend of the beer community. And one of the big reasons is we did a beer exchange.
We did.
We sent you some beer. You sent us some beer, and it's going to get quite interesting because we have some sours. I think you have some sours, right?
We have all the sours.
And I think we got a flight going on. There are going to be some pictures on about this podcast that's going to circulate out there. It's going to be pretty wild. But Ashley, ladies first, or the queen first tonight.
The queen.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you
Let's start
lovelies.
with you.
Yeah, you guys were kind enough to send me some lovely Tennessee beer. And since I'm talking to 2 of my favorite people from Tennessee, I'm also wearing my Zool shirt. Shout out
Nice.
to Zool.
Yeah.
All right.
So I have got the lovely Magic Wands. This is the coconut pineapple upside down pastry sour. And then I've got We Are Our Own Worst Enemy.
Okay.
That one's a little full. I'm trying not to drop it. Apparently, this is a new one, according to Scott. Absolute Nuke. And this is like
Yes.
a little green apple number.
Oh,
It
wow.
Green
smells
apple
very good.
caramel,
I haven't
too, yes.
sipped it yet. And then the last one, Strawberry Delight from Southern Grist.
Oh, yeah, that's good. I think I
Yeah.
have that in my refrigerator right now. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Yep.
Have you sampled any of those as of yet? We just got the first one.
Ooh, oh, wow, yeah. So the pineapple upside down is like literally liquid pina colada, just in beer form. Well, I shouldn't say liquid. It is already liquid. Duh. Beer form pina colada. Strawberry Delight definitely has a nice little bite to it. It's a little tart. I like it.
I know
Ooh.
what that one is.
Ooh, the Nuke. Ooh, she is sweet. She is definitely sweet. A lot of caramel, but it's good though. It's very,
Yeah.
very good.
What
And then
I'm
this-
impressed about that beer is the nose. The caramel on the nose is amazing.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, as soon as it was like coming out, I could totally smell the caramel. Like it was crazy. And then this Worst Enemy, this is very good too. This is definitely on the sweeter side, but it's still very, very good. Yeah.
Nice.
So thank you.
Awesome. You'll be pre-diabetic when you're done.
Right?
You don't, you
We
don't,
all might be, as a matter of fact.
we don't want to have a physical tomorrow, that's for sure.
No.
Well, Steve, do you want to go next?
Sure, I'll go next. So I'm going to start
All right.
in the beginning here. This is out of order, and this is the blue milk out of order. Look at this. And
Show that beer, because that thing
I'm
is
going to show the
amazing.
beer. I'm going to drink the beer, and I got to talk a little bit about what's in it because I was telling Scott, even if I'm reading with my glasses on, it's hard to make out what exactly is in this. So I had to bring it up on a website. So out of order, the blue milk, it says it is made with milk from Bantha and has a flavor profile reminiscent of a blue raspberry float.
Look
Yeah.
at that thing. That
Yeah.
looks like
Definitely
something from
agree.
another planet. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ashley, you got these for us, and tell us where you got these from for us.
Yeah. So there is a liquor store that's sort of local to us that's over in Maryland, just like right outside of Cumberland. So just, 20-minute drive from us. But we have never seen Rar there. I mean, for as long as I can remember, we have never seen Rar there. And then Nick will like occasionally stop after work and he sent me a text and was like, "You are never going to believe what they have." And I'm like, "What?" And he sends me a picture and they have like all these different Rars. And I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" And then, like I told you guys earlier, $14.99 for a 4-pack. Like,
Yeah.
you cannot
Killer.
beat that.
Right.
Like, you literally cannot beat that. So we have seriously bought every single one that they have. They have like the golf line, they've got the Star Wars lines. I think that's all that I've really seen like come through so far. But they were all ones that we'd never had that we would have probably only ever gotten in a beer trade, but we were lucky enough to drive 20 minutes and get it finally.
Well, as you're talking, I can smell this thing, so it's time to drink a little bit here. Here we
Yeah.
go.
And I'll admit, until you said Star Wars themed earlier when we were divvying up the beers last night, did not pick up on that until now. Now,
Come on, man.
I know.
No, this is
No.
very good, and it does taste like a blue raspberry float.
Blue raspberry. Yeah. Is
So
very
it tastes
good.
like it looks.
Yeah, yeah. Very tart, but also very good. All right. So here's the second one that I have, and this is called They Just See Me Rolling. Mm.
Nice. I do love their can art on all the
Mhm.
cans.
This is kind of wild. It says it features flavors of oranges, pineapple, cake batter, and pastry cream.
Yeah. A lot of their beers have the cake batter in it. I'm like,
Mhm.
yes.
So
It's
it's
so
like,
good.
What am
What
I
does that look like?
smelling?
Is it just is it just
It's like
kind of
white.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
white. Yeah, it's like white. And I'm like, what am I smelling? I smell a little bit of orange. I can smell a little of the pastry on there. So let's see here.
Yeah. It's also very weird to see a white beer, but
Yeah, like
It's
I-
very thick and very dense. I can really taste the orange and the pineapple.
Yeah.
That's more of what I taste of. It's very good though. So that is that one.
I know. I just when you think you've seen every color of beer, they bust out a white.
and we have white. Yeah. Just plain old white.
Plain old white. All right. And then this next one This is called the Galunga?
I think it's Gunja Galunja or
Gunja
something like
Galunja. Yeah,
that.
something like
Yeah.
that. Gunja. It's like Gunja Galunja. Yeah. Yeah, Gunja Galunja. Here we go.
Glad you got that one.
I
You had to
know.
pronounce it.
I know. So it says this one is basically, it's like cinnamon sugar. It's like glazed donuts and pastry cream with a touch of caramel. Man, this should be my breakfast for tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
It should be.
This is
Yeah.
how I should start the day tomorrow morning right here.
It's like the same color.
It's almost the same.
Literally.
It really
the
is. It's
same
almost
color.
the same color, right? It's almost the same color.
You could get away with it. You could take that to work and get away with it and be like, oh, I'm just drinking some milk in the
Yeah.
morning.
I could. I love it. Yep. Here we go.
Just dump it over your cereal. Just get one of those like to-go cereals and take it with you to work and just whoop.
I'm telling you, this would
Frosted
be.
Flakes in there.
Yes, I love it. Frosted Flakes it is. I love it. Yeah. Here we go.
I love that he chose 2 of the white beers.
Yeah, that's wild. I don't have any, so that's complete accident.
I didn't do it on purpose either. We were just doing that. So yeah, this I can taste more cinnamon and caramel in this one. It's less dense than the other one. All right. And then this fourth one. Here we go. So this is called the ground something cookies. Hold on a second. It's the ground grunt goodies. It's what this is called.
You got it. You need glasses for your glasses.
I know. It's like, oh my God. I'm going to the eye doctor later this month, so I might have to like up my glasses.
Yeah.
That's
Up the
funny.
prescription, doc.
I may have to do it.
Show him this video.
I know.
And that looked like that was part of the storm. That was a stormtrooper. It looked like part of the Star Wars themed.
Yes. Look at that. Yes. Here, I'll show
So
it again.
do they all have a theme then?
It's
Does every
pretty
one
cool.
of them have some kind of theme?
This is pretty cool. So what this one says it's inspired by vanilla wafer cookies, ice cream, and lactose. And basically it has a thick, creamy texture with notes of banana pudding and vanilla cream.
Now, what's the color on that? Has it got a little less white, or is this white too?
It's about the same.
Good.
About the same, yeah.
Yeah. It's about the same, yeah.
Maybe just like a tinge of yellow,
Just a
but not so
tinge.
much.
Yeah.
So. Let's not
Yeah.
get crazy.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if you go in there, right? I don't know if they do, but if you went to the brewery and you got like a flight, you just happen to pick, and you got 4 white ones, it would be the weirdest looking
Be
flight
the
ever.
craziest
It
flight.
would.
Yeah.
I mean, really, seriously.
Delicious beer.
I'm glad I took pictures of this because I'm like, this is one of the, I'm going, this is one of the more interesting flights I've ever taken pictures of. All right.
Yeah, that color
Yeah.
variation is wild. Yeah, you sent one earlier. I'm actually looking at it now. Like, yeah, it's 1 blue and 3 white.
Yep. Wild. All right. Here we go.
Moment of truth. He's very quiet.
It's processing.
I can really feel the lactose in this.
Yeah. They are very lactose heavy. Yeah.
Yeah. I can feel like a combination of like the wafer and the vanilla cream in this is what I get out of it. Yeah, but all 4 of them are good though. Yeah, really are.
Awesome.
Yep.
Actually, have you found with this series and this brewery that everything they kind of say they are, you pick up on all that? Because I'm guessing for the most part.
For the most
It's
part,
there.
yeah. Like, I think I've honestly only had 1 beer from them that I was like, this is not it.
Yeah.
And it was a super weird one. I got it in a trade. It was like a Zelda themed one. I honestly don't even really know anything about Zelda, but it was called like, I think it was like Lon Milk or something. I don't know if that means anything to you guys.
No.
But
No.
Nick and I both tried it and we both were like, oh, this is not good. That was probably the only one that we've been like, we can't do it because
Yeah.
we couldn't even tell you what was in it, like what the ingredients were. It was just not for us. But everything else is usually always like very to the point. And if you look on Untapped, this girl's given most of them a 5, or at least some 4.5s.
Which kind of, we'll get to that because that kind of started having these beers tonight and doing the trade. Because
Yes.
we'll get to that. You wanted, well, we can talk about it now. You wanted us to, and Steve especially, experience some of the 5s you had given
Yes.
in Untapped.
Yeah.
And some of these are on here, right?
Yeah. I mean, every single one of them I have had. I would have had to go back to like look and see, but I know for a fact I at least rated them probably 4.5s or 5s. So,
Really high stuff.
Yeah.
It's
And
understandable.
I
Very
get it.
But here's my question: Did you drink a lot of these in a 16-ounce can? Was it on a flight? How are you consuming them?
usually Nick and I will split them.
Yeah.
We have these little, I don't even know what you would like really consider this, but
Yeah.
him and I, like, I guess it's like an 8-ounce glass. Him and
Yeah.
I will usually split stuff that is either going to be like kind of heavy or if it's like something that we both want to really try. And usually those Rars are stuff that we both really want to try. So we just split it. So it would probably be hard for me to drink a whole one by myself as, as they are, pretty sweet or pretty heavy, but I could do it.
Yeah, but then it limits you how many you really can kind of have after that because I got to
Mhm.
finish this one and then go on to another one. Where the other way you can split them and you can have half and
Yes,
get to
yeah.
more. And I think that's a
Well-
good way to do it. Especially this style of beers is a really
Yeah.
good way to do that.
And I think
Yeah.
some of the Zools, that you have tonight, some of the ones that I've had, I remember that. What was the one that you brought back about a year ago, Scott? That it had like the coconut in it, and you
Yeah, it
gave
was
it a
some
16-ounce can, and that thing was so dense at the end, and it's like you could see the coconut sticking to the can inside. And I'm going, man, this is going to be a struggle to get through this
mean,
whole thing. But
That's
yeah,
how this is right now.
yeah,
Just like rimming.
Yeah, it's like when I had that beer you're talking about, and it was some kind of pina colada, but that wasn't the name of it. I forget. You get it in a glass there, and it's like this glass is never coming clean. Just throw it
Right?
away. Like there's
Yeah,
no
no.
way that shit's coming off.
Oh,
but
yeah.
but it's also understandable why you're rating these so high because even if necessarily if you're not a sour person but you like sweet beers, you're
Yeah.
rating this going, how can you not like it? Even if
Yeah.
it's too much and you're just going, just give me a bit of a taster, you're probably rating it pretty high, at least in my opinion.
Yeah. And I mean, like the flavors, like you're looking at a can that says it's filled with this, this, and this, and you take a drink of it, and it's like all 3 of the flavors hit you in the face, or
Yeah.
all 5 of the flavors hit you in the face. So, like, that's worthy of a 5, in my opinion.
Right.
Right. The quality's there too. Like you can tell they're using real ingredients for this.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, and Ashley knows that I've teased her a little bit. I'm like, hey, you're checking at a 5 again. And there's probably a lot of
Yeah.
subjectiveness out there from people that are like, I'm not gonna, something has to be really good for me to rate a 5. But you know what? I love the fact that you do because it just gives another appreciation to you loving craft beer, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Well, and I'm a little bit of like a flair for the dramatics.
Yeah.
Like I'm animated. I talk with my hands. So like if something's really good, it just instantly knocks my socks off, like that's when you're going to get a 5, Like if I'm looking at this can and this is what it tells me and that's what I get as soon as it touches my lips, you're going to get a 5 in my book. So
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, because there are so many out there, and you could tell the lesser ones where it's supposed to be something, and you're like, I think I taste it, or it's all of one ingredient and none of another, or it's
Yeah.
just not well balanced. And those are kind of like, you tried.
yeah. And I mean, they're still worthy of maybe 4s, or they're still worthy of, a 3.75. But like on my scale, if it's like a 3.5 to like a 3, like it's probably on the scale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same here.
So
Yep. Same here.
yeah.
See, I don't typically anything that I rate like a 3.50 or below. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to go back to that one again.
Huh.
Unless it's been a couple years and then my palate has changed and I'm going, okay, let me try that again to
Good
see if I
try.
actually like it. So yeah, it
Yeah,
just kind of
exactly.
depends. Well, Scott,
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna because I haven't had a drink yet, other than the.
Oh my God, what are you waiting on?
come on,
I
man.
know. All right,
Hopefully
all right.
you can
I'm over
read
itching.
yours. So you need my glasses. Maybe you don't want to use my glasses.
Do
I
you
can
need my
see 'em.
glasses?
Yeah, really.
I can see them good. I can see actually in this lighting, I can actually see it pretty good. So okay. So number one, what I've got is it's the out of order, if you can see it, and it's the Tap Tap Taparoo.
Yeah.
I guess he's a
Go
hockey
Happy
player.
Gilmore. It's Happy
Oh,
Gilmore.
that's what it is. Okay,
Happy
Happy
Gilmore.
Gilmore. See, I'm missing the whole theme. Okay.
My
God,
gosh.
I'm an idiot.
Oh,
That's why we brought Ashley on tonight. She knows it all.
Taparoo. Just
I mean-
tap it in. Just tap it in.
yeah, there you go.
That's why she's the queen.
That's why I'm the
it.
queen.
This is brewed with copious amounts of strawberry, limes, rainbow candies, and lactose. So I'll show you. It's probably going to look like you would think that would look. It does to me.
Maybe it tastes like a Skittles.
It looks like
Ooh.
one. If you matched up some Skittles, it's kind of what that looks like.
So pretty.
Oh, the nose is everything. Oh yeah, that's delicious. That is, well, Skittles is, I think you think you kind of nailed it there.
Yeah.
It is sweet, but it does have a sour kind of aftertaste, like a Skittle might.
Yeah, like a
sweet and sour
candy.
together. So, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Rar, if you're
I'm just going
listening.
to work on this one for the next hour. Damn, that's good. Holy shit, that's good. Okay. I'm going to move on to the next one. It's another out of order. If you can see that, Max Strokes. And I'm trying to figure out what it is. And I'm
Uh-oh,
sure I'm
see?
missing the theme. Am
Get
I
the
missing
glasses,
the
get
theme
the
on this one?
glasses.
If there is
No,
a
I can-
theme on that one, I'm not sure, but it's definitely
Okay.
part of that golf line, though. Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't tell what the theme was. I'm sure I'm missing something, but anyway, I can read it.
Good for you.
It does say copious amounts of lemonade, lemons, iced tea, and lactose.
Oh.
Okay, that ought to be interesting.
Yeah, I remember looking at that last night. We kind of split some up, and he's like, "Which ones do you want?" And I remember seeing that one that had the iced tea in it. So I was curious.
I guess that's
Little, like,
iced tea like.
Arnold
Yeah.
I
Palmer.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, nose. I get the iced tea on the nose.
Yeah.
Like wow, it's iced tea. It's definitely lemon. You're definitely getting the lemon,
Mhm.
and it's almost like it's like a half and half, like a iced tea and a lemonade or something. That's
Yeah.
kind of what it tastes like. It's good.
Yeah, I remember that one being a little more forward on the lemonade part, but still
It
very,
definitely
very
is.
good.
But it does balance out. It's like when you swallow, it's like, okay, there's the tea.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. That's good. All right, the next one now. I do know the theme of this one. Look, it's Star Wars. Duh.
All right.
Hey, you got one.
I got one accidentally, but I'm glad I did because I did not realize.
Use the force, Luke.
Use the Force droid juice, which I think is a great name. And he's holding it's C3PO kind of.
Yeah,
He's holding R2D2 in his hand like it's a can or a glass or something. If you can see that, that's really cool.
Love that.
Anyway, this one is they love the word copious, don't they?
They do love copious.
Brewed with copious amounts of strawberries, guava, cake batter, fuel, and lactose. Whatever that
I think
is,
that's
but-
supposed to be the Star Wars. Funny.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
See, I will pick up on this thing eventually on all the themes. All right.
That's why we brought her on tonight
That's right.
to tutor us
See, these-
along.
Normally, I'm the one that it just goes over the head. I'm glad it's not just me today.
But now when I see this from going forward out in the wild, I'll look for the theme. Right? There's got to be some kind of theme. So that's probably on par to what the color I would think would be, especially with the strawberries.
Yeah. Kind of looks like
Right,
the
you
first
definitely
one,
smell
too.
Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, I separated them in my flight so I would have a variant between a different color in between.
Oh, yeah. Good idea.
That's friggin' delicious too. All right. Wow. We are 3 for 3 so far. Now, Ashley, you sent us 8 beers.
I did.
Right. And then, Steve and I got together last night and we did a little unboxing, if you will. And we did it at the tailgate of the brewery and we recorded it. We're going to put that out when we put this episode out. But Steve always likes me to have the knife.
No.
So
No.
So as I'm cutting into the box last night, I cut a little deep, I guess, and I nicked one of the cans.
Oh, no.
The side of the can, I nicked it enough where, and I hit it, and I knew I hit it, but I was like, it's just a little knife, and it's an aluminum can. I get the box open,
Yeah.
and
God, this is so sad.
before I could open it all, I could smell it. Like I could smell the beer coming out of it. I was like, so I definitely nicked it.
I think the whole place could. Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
and it was
man.
delicious. So I nicked the beer. It didn't ruin the beer. Luckily, you had them in Ziploc bags, the big freezer bags. So
Yeah.
it contained a bit of it in there, and it stopped coming out. So all we had to do, we had to drink it then.
Okay.
So we got a couple of water cups in the brewery, and then we split that one. And that one was Who Needs Fitness? I don't know if you'd had that one. It was lactose sour pink lemonade, lemons, and pastry cream, and it kind of looked like it too. It kind of had it was close to those white ones Steve had, but it had a little more pink to it.
Yeah.
I basically got the whole thickness part, the dense portion of
Yes,
it
you
was
did.
fantastic. And we drank it fresh, and I was like, well, we can't save it, so we drank
Yeah.
it right then.
Wow.
However, I still have a 4th beer, and I had something in the fridge because before I knew we were going to do this lineup, I had some sours I had pulled aside, and I do have one from Dissolver, and it's called
Oh,
PB and Jelly Engine.
Ooh.
love that
PB and
one.
Peanut butter and jelly cheesecake.
Yes, that
Yeah.
is such a good one. I heard that
Okay.
you guys are getting Dissolver down there. I was like, you're so lucky.
A little bit, yeah. It's like it's random when we get it though. You'll see
Yeah.
3 or 4, and they're out of Asheville, and I love
Yeah.
that place.
Yeah, we went
So-
to Dissolver in Asheville, and that was like one of our favorite stops.
Yeah.
Such an amazing place.
And it's not far away. It's not near the downtown area. It's not in the
Mhm.
downtown area with the rest, but it's not far. It's easy to get to. And I love that place.
Oh, yeah.
And here's what it looks like. It does look like it would be like a PB&J
She's a
style.
beauty.
So let's see what this.
I love that beer so much.
Oh, I can smell the peanut butter for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta love
Oh,
it.
yeah. It's probably more jelly on the palate, but the peanut butter's still there too. Damn. All right. Maybe it's because it's the cheesecake. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting that too. So, okay. Fantastic. Fantastic. So
That's great.
I'm
What a
sorry I
great
couldn't.
lineup.
I'm sorry I couldn't have the 8th one out here because I ruined it.
That's okay. That's okay.
We just drank it a
Hold her
day
down.
early. Yeah,
It's okay. At least you got to try it. Like, I'm glad you didn't have to like cut out of like the bottom of the bag and just like drink it out of the
Right.
bag. You know, that's like some
Yeah, or
college
like,
level shit.
or something. Yeah,
I actually didn't even believe him at first when he said he cut through it, and I was like, "No, you didn't." And I think I
yeah.
had that on video. I'm like, "You did not."
You know,
I mean,
and
to be fair, I
luckily,
wouldn't have believed it.
luckily, of course, the can was up right when I nicked it, so I think just the pressure released some of it. It never
Yeah.
really spilled out. Some of it came out, but then it was like all over the can, and like, all
Oh,
right, Steve, get you a couple glasses, and we're drinking beer in a brewery.
R.I.P.
Different. Yeah. So anyway, thank you for all these. These are fantastic and delicious.
Yeah,
They
you're welcome.
are.
Thank you for mine.
I would
Oh,
have
you're
every
welcome.
single one of these again on a flight.
Woo!
Yep.
Well, wait till you get through all 16 ounces of each of those cans.
Yeah.
Right?
That's like four. That's like 4 flights ultimately.
Yeah,
When you do
it really is. Like, you're gonna feel about as big as the girl from Willy Wonka when she eats the blueberry candy and she gets
Yeah.
like as big as a house. That's what
Oh,
you're gonna feel like after all that.
Willy
Wasn't
Wonka
she-
reference.
Yes.
Yes. Wasn't she Veruca Salt? Was she the Veruca Salt? No, never.
I
It doesn't
don't
matter.
remember.
By the way, can
I
you
remember
see,
they were named.
see this like how when it's leaving on? It's already
yeah.
funny. Leaving
I
the
have to throw that
residue.
glass away too.
This is great. Yes, love it.
Well, Ashley, you have we've known you originally from your beer page. It's kind of how we all kind of
Yeah.
and Nick's and we all kind of through Instagram and stuff. And I don't think we mentioned it at the top of the show, but you are Brewdette WV.
BV, yep. Nick is brew dude. So
That's
when I
right.
joined, I hung on to those coattails and just made myself brewdette.
Why not? It's great. It's easy to find you too, right? If I'm looking
Yeah.
on Instagram and looking for one or the other, it's like, well, I'm going to find you both at the same time.
Exactly. You
if
can't
I'm
go
doing a
wrong.
search. When did you start your page?
So I started in May of 2024 because Nick had started about a year prior to that. And when he told me he was doing it, I was like, you're making a beer Instagram page? You don't even like social media. Like, why are you making more social media? And then he like started taking off and like, you know, he was like talking to people like you guys, you know, and some of like our other friends within the beer community. And I found myself being like, tell him I said hi, tell him I tried this beer, you know? And then he just kind of like looked at me one day and was like, why don't you do it? And I'm like, what business do I have having a beer Instagram page? I don't know anything about beer other than like cracking one open and drinking it. And he was like, it doesn't matter. Like, it's not that serious. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. So I did it and here we are.
When you started it, was the goal to be like, hey, just drink the beer and kind of do what you're doing now, or drink the beer, rate it, you know, show it off, maybe give up a little post about it. Was that the goal, or did you have more in mind?
So I really feel like I was kind of just copying Nick in the beginning because I mean, I would take pictures I still kind of take pictures the exact same way he does. But I mean, like, if you go back and you like look at my earlier posts, they are almost exactly reminiscent of the exact same way that Nick would post. I just think that the difference is that I went a little more down the rating road than what he did.
Yeah.
But I mean, now though, I feel like I've like kind of started to like transform with like how I am approaching posts. Like, it's definitely not the same as it was in May of 2024, which is kind of good because I do feel like I'm getting a little better at it. It's a little more fun and free flowing, and it's not just like, here is beer. Beer
Right.
tastes like this. You know what I mean? Like, it's not as like robotic as it was before. So it's getting to be more fun now.
You give great descriptions when you're
Thank
posting
you.
things. I mean, I can see why there's so many people that want to follow you because I look at some of the stuff that you post and Nick posts, and I'm going, you know what? Yeah. I mean, you make it fun, and that's what the beer community is all about.
Thank you. Yeah. Like when I was in college, like people, like my professors and stuff would always, if I was like writing a paper, they would say, you write the exact same way you talk. Like, you can't do that. But like here, that's exactly what I'm doing. Like,
Right?
Yeah.
you know, like I am literally writing exactly how I would talk to you if we were face to face talking about a beer,
Yeah.
or like if someone like asked me to describe something. Like, I'm not going to come up with these frou-frou words and try to sound like I know exactly what I'm talking about, because I don't. Like, I can't tell you what kind of malts are used or what kind of hop is used or this, that, and the other, but I can tell you if something has like a specific taste or whatever else. So I'm not a pro, but I guess I'm having fun with it, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, and you're describing, like you said, you're describing what you like about the beer, what you taste, and
Yeah.
that kind of just normalizes it for people. I can read that and be like, okay, I understand those words.
Yeah, exactly. Because if we start getting into all the beer terminology, most people are not going to know that. So I'm not going to try to pretend to be something I'm not.
Right. Yeah, I get, and like in the whiskey world and the bourbon world, people do, and that goes even deeper because there's, you're getting notes of leather and tobacco, and I'm like, man, is it good or not?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, does leather taste good? I don't know.
Yeah, it's, sometimes when in that realm, it's like I'd rather don't tell me what's supposed to be in there. You let me figure it out, because the power of suggestion sometimes too. It's like, oh, maybe I do taste leather. I don't know.
Yeah. Then yeah, exactly. You start gaslighting yourself. Is that what I
Yeah,
tasted?
I
yeah,
know. Sometimes I'll be drinking a beer and you're just drinking it, and then all of a sudden I go, maybe I should have looked to see exactly everything this beer had in it before I started drinking it, so I can give it a better rating or give it a better summary. But even still, though, even afterwards, it's still a lot of fun to see. All right, yeah, I am tasting banana, or I am tasting grapefruit, or whatever it is.
Yeah. I feel that way on Untapped sometimes. Like I'll look up a beer and I'll see the flavor profile and there'll be a flavor that I'm like, I didn't taste that flavor. And then
yeah.
I take a drink and then I'm like, oh, there it is. And I'm like, no, stop it. You didn't taste that the first
Right,
time. You can't do
right,
that.
right. I think it can be helpful in the fact, like, maybe if you're picking up on something or there's something else there, and I'm like, maybe I don't know what that is or can't describe it, and then maybe you see a description and you're like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
maybe
you're
that
like,
is what
yes,
that
that's
thing
it.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you check in on Tap, do you pick flavor profiles too? Like, that little section that you can when you check in?
Yeah, yeah. No, I definitely do sometimes, yeah. Like, if there's, like, something that I don't see pop up or if there's like, the one that always gets us, and I feel like we've probably had this conversation, like, not on the mic, but whenever you're drinking something that is spiced and people call it spicy,
Yeah.
like, there's a
Yeah.
difference between spiced and spicy. So that's
Yes.
definitely one. I'm like, "This is not spicy, this is spice, so you gotta go find spice."
Yes. Yeah, for sure. Because spice is more that, say, that winter, like a winter ale or
Yeah,
something, right? And whatever those spices are, whether it's a nutmeg or any of those kind of winter type spices. But spicy is
yeah.
more that,
It's like a pepper.
yes, or something
Yeah,
hot. And yeah, because there are hot beers out there.
yeah.
So we talk about this, Scott and I do a lot, that there seems to be this line of demarcation as to what separates a beer from a sour and a sour fruited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
Yeah. Yeah, and let me elaborate real quick. The term sour to me, and actually one of these actually I would deem as sour, and I know they're all into the one category: sours, fruited sours, and whatever that
mhm.
definition is. But I would not mind if they broke the fruited stuff out, this stuff we're drinking tonight, into a different category. Fruited something, and maybe even throw the word sour, but just to call it sour in a category, I think it earned its own place now. I do.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. And I mean, even these smoothie sours and stuff like that. I mean, it is like it's like a whole other ballpark. And
yeah.
I mean, there's people that are like, "Oh, it's a seltzer," or "Oh, I'm like, "It's all beer. It's all
Yeah.
beer
Yeah.
for them." Like, quit making it so complicated. It's just all beer.
We went to a place called Fabled on the way to Cincinnati last year, and we stopped at a meadery. And we have a meadery around here that it's really good, and we love it. But the meadery there was more. The mead that they had was more this than it was. I mean, it had meat in it. They made mead, but the beers were like this, right, Steve?
Huh?
There was like
Well,
versus like,
so yeah, the funny thing was is we got there and we were there for like an hour and got a flight of like two crap beers and then some mead. And I got two, and then the guy that was there, of course, he started sharing some. And about an hour later, we're heading to the Reds game, and we were on this they call it the Cincinnati streetcar. And I looked at Scott and I said, I think I'm having a diabetic coma moment. It only lasted for like a minute, but it was just kind of like boom. It just hit
Yeah,
you because it was really strong. But the meat,
yeah.
yeah, the meat that we had though, the one was like I know the one I got was coconut, and that one was really
okay,
freaking good. And I like coconut
Wow,
anyway, and that one was really freaking good.
you know,
nice.
I almost think they've got to put ABV on these cans and stuff. Some of these, I wouldn't mind if they put like the sugar content or something. Right?
Right?
There's got to be something to that,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
it wouldn't deter me. I would just want to know what it is.
Or maybe
I
you wouldn't want to
listen,
know what it is.
Yeah,
I
that's
was
what I was.
gonna say, it might actually really deter you if
That's
you
true.
actually saw what
Like,
it was.
what the hell am I doing here?
Yeah, that would
Well,
definitely
especially
be me.
especially if like the serving size, like on a 16 ounce, maybe it's probably supposed to be 2, right? And it's like 50
Mhm.
grams. Yeah, 50 grams per serving of sugar.
Yeah.
Well, and see,
I can't
last
drink all of
night
it.
at tailgate when we got there, we were drinking some other beer, and then we dug into that one that Scott spilled. No, I'm just kidding.
Cut it.
And he
That
ordered
beer was talking shit, and I told it I would cut it if it kept going.
Scott
right.
won. That beer, 0.
That's right.
And then
Beer
Scott
doesn't
ordered this
exist.
wild pizza that he couldn't get through, and I'm thinking, you know what? It was probably too much for the beer. You were just like, I don't think I want to get through the pizza now either.
Pizza was the
I kind of
best.
looked at you like, no, I don't want any of it. I've had,
What is the definition of a wild pizza?
Well, theirs was like they do a pizza of the month, and it was ham, macaroni, and cheese, and I thought, oh, that kind of a decent combination,
look
right?
good,
Kind of put
yeah.
together. And they could have stopped there, but then they put some kind of like not cake, like cornbread crumbles all over it, and it was,
Oh.
and I didn't think that would be bad either. It was way too much of that, and it was the sweet cornbread,
Oh.
so the combination wasn't the worst thing I ever had, but the combination I was like, yeah, it's just not.
I mean, I would have tried a slice for sure.
Oh,
That
sure.
sounds
Yeah.
really good.
They could have done without the cornbread part, I think.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Been
probably
fine,
fair.
but I tried it, never again.
Here's more
Yeah.
of my milk here, boys and girls. Here's more of my milk.
Steve's gonna be the healthiest of all of us today.
Milk, it
I
does
know,
the body
right?
good. Yes. It's a shame I don't have any cereal. I would get up tomorrow morning. Maybe after this podcast is over, I need to run down the street and get me some, like, you said
Yeah.
Frosted Flakes or maybe
Frosted
some, peanut
Flakes.
butter come to crunch or something. And
Yeah.
tomorrow morning, like, woo!
Little cinnamon toast crunch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you might have some of that beer left over, so you might need to put it to use.
Might need
Mhm.
to. It's what's for breakfast, boys and girls. It's what's for
Yeah.
breakfast. Yeah, love it.
Since you've had your page, have certain posts or say things like an unboxing or a video you make or something, is there anything that kind of spikes that you see when you do those things, kind of gets more attention than other things? Like, have you noticed a trend, anything you've done?
I wish that I could explain Instagram trends. I was literally thinking about that earlier today, like when I was working on dinner, because I get the most random things that will quote unquote blow up. They don't really blow up, but I mean, I could post the same exact kind of post for like days in a row, get 100 likes, get 150 likes. I might even get like 200 likes. And then the same exact post just out of the blue one day, like I think the most I've gotten is like 650 on something,
Yeah.
Wow.
which is a lot considering I don't post the way other people post on the community. So it's like I don't know. Like I don't understand how it works. I don't know how the algorithm is working. Like, I'll go through waves with that. Right now I'm in the middle of this weird wave where like all of these like random accounts are starting to follow me and my profile is seeing like, bigger visibility numbers. Like I'll take it.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome, but I'm just like, I don't understand. I don't know how it works.
I know, it's almost like if I knew what the recipe was, I would just keep doing
Yeah,
that.
you would just keep doing that. Exactly. Like, I mean, the only thing that I can like specifically think of is I kind of like rode the coattails of Beer Jimmy when his post with the beer that I sent him
Yeah.
went
Okay.
viral and he went from having like 4,000 followers to having 20,000 followers because of that beer post. And
Yeah.
it wasn't even anything. It was literally him walking out to the garage like he always does, opens up that fridge, grabs that beer, says, "This is from my friend Ashley in West Virginia." And then overnight, there it is.
You think, I mean, it's got to be something with Instagram and some kind of algorithm, or they're taking somebody every now and then and just opening the floodgates and like, hey, whole
Yeah.
world, have access to
Here
this.
he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is
I don't
weird.
understand.
Sometimes you don't know because you could sit there and like just post a beer, hey, I'm sitting on my porch and I'm just drinking a beer, and you post that, and then like, the other day I was in Cincinnati and I'm posting a couple days later the guy from Northern Row who I ran into, and it was like, here, will you put our beer sticker on the fridge, and he's doing it, and he's like, kissing our beer sticker, and I'm going, well, that should get a lot of likes right away, but I think sometimes
Yeah.
people just want to see like a picture. They see the picture and like, oh, I'm gonna like that, instead of watching like a quick video or something. It's hard.
Yeah,
It's
and
hard to know sometimes.
I've noticed that too. Like, it's so weird because I understand that Instagram is a visual medium that's
Yeah.
like usually just pictures, but then you see like, actual like influencers who are out in the wild doing promotional videos or like videos of them on trips and stuff like that. And they're getting like tens and thousands of likes, but then we make a beer unboxing video and it gets like 100 likes or it gets like
Yeah.
50 likes. I'm like, I don't understand. I don't know what you want from me, Instagram.
And you feel like an unboxing is just as interesting as anything those people are doing. I would find it more interesting, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
What are you opening up? What's in the box? What's in
Yeah.
the box?
What's
What's in the? I love doing the reels. I think they're so much fun because it's like, 30 seconds sometimes or whatever. And it's just like boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom. Here's what we're doing. Here's where we are and everything. We're all part of the beer community. It looks like you're having fun. So you never know sometimes.
Yeah.
And you don't know what, like, and I'm this way when I'm on Instagram or whatever, and I'm flipping, people's attention spans are non-existent.
Exactly.
And you feel like you're putting the greatest content out, so you stick with me for a minute and I'm gonna have people just won't stick around that long. Or the other thing too, if I do posts, I really try to stay away from posts with multiple pictures because I just feel like they'll look at it, they might even like it, but they're not gonna look through the other pictures. One picture, flip, like,
Yeah.
where the reel is, it just kind of does it for you, right? Flipping through the thing if they stick around long enough.
Yeah.
That's just one of my mentality on posts, but I don't know what they're thinking and what they're looking at.
Ashley, if Scott did this, if he just maybe shaved his head one day,
That's
and
true.
it
What
may
what
get
is
a,
from
I,
what do I win? What's the
you
benefit?
you get this. I don't know, man. It may get a lot of likes. Don't you think?
Right?
If Scott did that, Ashley, there would probably be a lot of people that would
It
be like,
really
"Oh, I'm
could.
liking that. He's
Yeah,
shaving
it
his
really
head."
could.
Yeah, that's twofold.
Or
What if Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, or we could release that photo of Scott and Nick
Oh, I
with
don't mind that. That's
with Nick's hair
Right?
and Scott in love with the hair. I mean, maybe that'll go
It
viral.
That
might.
should go viral.
That should
The
go viral.
You could
for
not
sure.
duplicate the looks on our faces if
You
you
couldn't.
tried. That was
That is true
completely
love right
natural.
there. True love.
That's so funny.
I don't even know why I was there. I was just there to take the photo.
The
This
timing couldn't have
ring
been any
means
better.
nothing.
There was definitely some man crushing going on that day.
Yeah, the man crushing for sure.
Yeah. But no, I don't know. I don't know what people want to see or what not. What they're looking for. We do full videos. We've done 1, 2, 3 minute videos. We've done 15-second videos. We've done everything in between, and it all just comes to be about the same, right? People are
Yeah.
flipping through, and you get some likes, and you have the certain ones that are probably always going to like your stuff and follow you and do that thing. But I can't find any rhyme or reason to it.
No, I really can't either. I mean, I do agree. I think that the videos that are a little shorter do seem to get more attention, but that also kind of like makes me sad because like, like if somebody sends me a box of beer or if somebody like sends me something like, I want to make an appropriate video that's like thanking them.
Yeah.
And, only having like 15 or 30 seconds just like it just doesn't feel like enough sometimes. But then
Right.
it's like you can't have a 5-minute video either because nobody's watching that.
Right. I know. But if you're still gonna do the unboxing, I do. If it's 5 or 6, Steve and I did a couple with a box you guys sent once, and shit, it might have taken 6, 7, 8, 9 minutes. We didn't care. It was fucking. We're doing it. The content was good.
Yeah.
It was fun, and you want to pay it back, right? You want to make
Yeah.
that video, and it's fun for the person doing it, especially the unboxing, because we don't know what we're getting. It's like Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah,
glad last
exactly.
night that Scott didn't cut himself and the EMTs didn't have to come.
Yeah.
That would happen to me. Oh, hell, I can't see my finger. I don't have my glasses on.
No. Yeah.
Oh.
It probably is good that you had the knife then, Scott.
Yeah, it is.
Only the beer was sacrificed. Not
Only
Steve's
the
finger.
beer was sacrificed. So,
Right, you didn't
Ashley,
sacrifice Steve.
there's a really big, important question we have to address here.
I think I might know.
Yeah, I think you do. Can you say it out loud for me? Because I think you know what I'm going to ask.
Are we going to talk about pickle beers?
Yes, we are.
I knew it.
We have to. We
knew
have
it.
to.
And I'll say this before the very first thing Steve has at the very top of the page is the pickle beer thing. So
Pickle
it's
beers.
The most important question. I mean, here we are, 47 minutes into this podcast,
We're
and
finally touching on it.
we're finally touching on the very
God.
most important topic here, and that is your love, and I love it, your love for pickle beers.
I do. So I first want to say I appreciate your journey with pickle beers because
Yes.
I know it's not an easy journey for you, but you are willing to go on the journey and that's all you need. You need to be willing.
I'm
The
willing.
rest just comes natural.
I'm
Yeah.
willing. Yes, I would say I will drink pickle beers. I would say the one that I probably won't drink again because I'm not a big spicy guy anyway when it comes to beers is that one I may have to tap out on if I get another one. I'd probably try it again. Maybe we could return for a podcast episode and you'll see my face
Yes.
going, "Oh, okay."
That'll be
But-
fun.
But on the other hand, it doesn't mean it's an absolute crap beer. It just means, hey, maybe not be my thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, if it's any consolation, I really didn't even like pickles until I was in like my mid-20s.
Okay.
So, like growing up, I hated pickles. I would not eat pickles. Like it was just not for me. And then I remember when I was in college, like we had went to like a Buffalo Wild Wings or something, and somebody had gotten fried pickles, and I tried it, and I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. I haven't been eating pickles. And then before I knew it, I was like just literally buying like jars of pickles and just like eating them as snacks. So, I mean, I was probably like 21, 22 when that happened. But with the whole pickle beer thing, though, like I didn't even know that pickle beers were a thing until honestly, the one who got me into it was Andy, the Jersey jerk off, because he had first, him and I, like one of like the first like beer trades we ever did, he had sent me a Martin House mustard beer. And I was like, ooh, okay, we'll give it a try. Like, I like mustard. I
Yeah.
don't love mustard, but I like mustard. Tried it. It wasn't for me. Glad I tried it though. And we were just like going back and forth, and he was like, do you like pickles? And I'm like, yeah, like I like pickles. And he's like, well, Martin House makes all these pickle beers. Like, I'm happy to send you some if you want to do another trade. So I'm like, yeah, sure. And he sent me the plain pickle and the strawberry pickle. And it was like, after that, I was done. I was set.
Strawberry pickle. Describe that
Strawberry.
one.
I
have
actually
not come
sounds
across
pretty
that.
good. Like I would try that. Yeah.
It
I
is
could
really
see
good.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it kind of tasted like a strawberry lemonade mixed with pickle juice. Like those Martin House pickle beers are the top tier for me. Like I am going to judge every single pickle beer based off of those Martin House pickle beers because if you, I mean, they have so many. You guys will have to get on Instagram or on Untapped and just look up the Martin House pickle line and just they have every single flavor under the sun and it's unreal. And when they tell you that it's pickle and whatever this other flavor is, that's 100% what it is. Like, and there's no denying it. Like our friend of the pod, Keith, Porch Beers USA, he picked me up a variety pack not long ago, and it did have the strawberry one in it, which, you know, I've already had, but that's fine. But, and then there was like a regular lemonade and pickle, there was an orange and pickle, and there's a blackberry and pickle.
Get the hell out of here. Okay.
Wow.
I
I didn't
mean,
know those existed.
yeah. And I mean, every single one of them, it was like you got the pickle juice flavor in the beginning, and then the end, you got, you know, whatever the fruit or the citrus was. I mean, it sounds like it shouldn't work, but it works.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it. It's like pickle science. I don't know how they do
It's
it.
pickle science.
Pickle science.
Is the pickle part of those beers, whether it's in any of them, is the pickle it like the brine you might get in a dill pickle jar? Is it that type of pickle, like that strong, or is it a little less than that?
So the Martin House ones, I would definitely say yes.
Okay.
I have had pickle beers though that are more of just like the pickling spices or like the vinegar and the salt, or even some that are just like cucumbery, which
Yeah.
you guys are gonna laugh at me. I don't like cucumbers. I like pickles. I don't like
I get it.
cucumbers.
I agree. I'm the same way.
Okay, good.
pick-
Yeah.
But
I
I've
was
been
gonna
with
say
Pick
Scott.
cucumbers
We've
off the
had a
salad. I don't,
But I've been with Scott though. We've had a cucumber beer before. I remember
yeah.
years ago, West Side up in Cincinnati, we had a
yeah.
cucumber beer up there. Yeah.
Well, and some of the cucumber beers are okay. Like I've had a few that are cucumber but also salty. So it's like pretty like reminiscent of a beer. So I can like get away with drinking it. But as much as I love pickle beers though, a lot of the pickle beers I try are either like up here, top tier,
Yeah.
or they're just kind of subpar and they're not really that
Yeah.
great, you know? It's just I guess it's just with like the brewing or like the style of beer. Like, you know, the Martin House ones are all sours, but you know, I've had pickle lagers before, and those are just they're very, very light. You don't really get a ton of like the pickle flavor in them, but it is a good lager. It's just not really super pickly. So it just
Right.
doesn't like 100% hit, you know? So it just sort of depends. I think I tend to like pickle sours more than any other style of pickle.
So when I mean, I know you and Nick live in a rural area, and so there's not that many breweries where you live, but there's beer stores. Do you see many pickle beers in your area, or is it just a lot of what people have sent you because they know you like pickle beers?
Yeah, we don't really see a lot. I mean, I don't think that there is a single there might be like one West Virginia brewery that makes a pickle beer because they actually have like a pickle festival. I don't think they can it and distribute it though, but most of them that I have gotten have been in trades or people have like picked up for me and either like mailed to me or like in Keith Casey like brought it to me. I mean, I did get lucky a couple of weeks ago. Nick drove down. So we go to a beer store in Winchester, Virginia, which is about an hour from our house. And there's like this like little store that we drive by all the time that has like, you know, produce and like homemade things and stuff like that. And he like ran in to go to the bathroom and saw that they had a beer selection and he came home with two beers, like two pickle beers for me. And I'm like, who
Just
would have thought?
random.
Yeah, like who would have thought that literally this close to our house we would have found that?
Nick scored great husband points that night.
He did. He definitely did.
Well, I was thinking about it though, Scott, because I don't really recall there being that many breweries around Nashville that do pickle beers.
I
I
think,
think Blackstone or maybe Nashville Brewing Company has had one.
which I don't think I've had Zwickle Pickle. I think it was that one.
And
I don't think I've had
Highwire, when
that.
they were here, that was actually I think the first time
Maybe
I
that
had a
was
pickle
Zwickle
beer.
Pickle. Yeah.
When
I've had
Highwire was
that one.
here, and then the home brewers, our friends at Dark Shadows every year at
Yep.
the music at the Preds Fest Beer Festival. They've had
Yeah,
it,
I
and you know we
think
had it this
Southern
summer.
Grist did one once too,
Yeah.
maybe.
Oh.
I think so. Yeah, but nothing along those lines that Ashley's talking about. Like not that real pickle stuff. It's more of a hint. And the ones I seem to like the best are those lighter ones where they tend to be more of like a Kolsch, but they kind of,
Yeah.
but they're
Yeah.
more salty than they are anything else. And I think
Yeah.
maybe they've got a little bit of spice in there, and they're kind of calling it a pickle, which is kind of the other end of the spectrum from what you're
Yeah.
talking about. So I've had them all in some, I kind of like them somewhere in between.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that the flavor that I like is the very, very bold and in your face flavor, which is
Yeah.
definitely not going to be what everybody prefers. So I do understand that having like the Kolsch's and the lagers, like they definitely belong out there because I think there's people that like pickle, but they don't like pickle that much. So this is like a good beer for them.
Yeah.
And even the beer stores around here that, there's a couple of them that we go to that get craft singles, and that one that I sent you, the Donna's one, but you don't even see that many pickle beers at a lot of the beer stores around here. So it's been funny as we've joked about pickle beers though, Ashley. I've been very fascinated because every time I see you and they're like, it's like once a week at least. I'm like, she's drinking another pickle beer. Where are you getting all these dang things?
Listen, I
there's
just
more.
had pickle week.
Yeah,
Like
I know.
pickle week.
I'm
It
going,
was
there's more
awesome.
places. There's more places across the country that have pickle beers than I realize. It's funny.
Yeah, for sure. And I am so eternally grateful and lucky that people are sending them to me. And
Yeah.
when I was actually done with Pickle Week and I had made that last post and I was like, let me know if you guys like want to see like, anything like this with like another style or whatever. And people were like, do Pickle Week again. And I was like, okay. I'm gonna take me a minute, but I'll get there.
Yeah, you're going to be known as the pickle person, right? And
Yeah,
then
I'll be the pickle queen.
Yeah,
Pickle
there you go.
queen. Well, and people won't be able to look at a pickle beer without thinking of you. Like, oh, we got to send this to Ashley. So that's a good thing.
Yeah. And I mean, listen, I've not had nearly as many pickle beers as a lot of people have. I mean, I know like Andy, for example, oh my gosh, I think he's had like over 100, maybe like close to 200 pickle beer. Like there are definitely people that are out in the community that have had way more pickle beers than I have. Maybe I'm just the one that's a little more enthusiastic about it.
Well, you're waving that flag, the pickle flag. You're like, hey, this is great. Yeah. So I think it's great because, if you continue to get people to ship them to you from maybe all over the world, I don't know, but all over the country, you get to discover all these new ones that you didn't even know existed.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely the plan. I think I looked at my Untapped the other night and I'm like close to 40. Like I haven't had that many. Like
That's
it's
a
more
lot.
than I expected. Yeah, but it's definitely not nearly enough. So
I would
I
just
gotta
be
get out there.
Yeah, I would just be curious to know though, like, are there certain parts of the country that have more pickle beers than others, or states where it's just unique? Because I think even
Yeah.
like some of the PB&J beers that we keep drinking, I don't think all over the United States, if you go to other breweries, there's a lot of those. It seems like it's here in Nashville, but in a lot of other cities, you don't hear about them,
Yeah. Yeah, that is a
I think
very
it's a cool thing.
Yeah, it is
I
a
think
cool thing.
it's a cool thing. It's a cool thing to maybe even be known for. One of the things to be known for, right? Like there's that pickle girl in West Virginia.
Pickles and pumpkins, my two favorite peas.
Yeah,
Like
pumpkin beers.
Love a
I
pumpkin
can get
beer.
behind some pumpkin beers. Yes,
Yes.
they got to be good because not all of them are good, but they've got
That
to
is
be
true.
good.
Yeah.
Is it still pumpkin season for you, a pumpkin beers?
It is always pumpkin
Is
season.
it always pumpkin
Oh, yeah.
season?
It is always pumpkin season. Like,
All
if
year
I
long.
could, oh, yeah. Like, I mean, I even drink, like, even like right now, like, I've got pumpkin syrup and pumpkin creamer for my coffee. Like, I would drink pumpkin things all year round. I love pumpkin.
It's understandable. You just drank a Marble Fox
I
pumpkin beer. Was it?
did.
Was
Yeah.
it the barrel aged Gorgeous? It was the Gorgeous, right?
It was, yeah. I opened that beer thinking it was going to be like a 12, 14%er. And then when I saw that it was like half that, I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I will finish this bad boy.
I will finish it. And it was so good.
Yeah.
I mean, a pumpkin spice latte in beer form. It was so delicious.
And you know Marble Fox. We all
Yeah.
are big fans of Marble
And
Fox.
to you
How
guys,
good they
yeah.
are. Everything they do. Yeah. They're so good. Everything they do.
And the pumpkin
100%.
beers are kind of interesting because not everybody gets them right, though.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah. There could be some real
So,
bad ones out there where it's kind of like, okay, you really don't have the spicy kick mixed in with the beer right. It's just, this is the wrong combination. And sometimes you wonder if there's some breweries out there that just put it out because it's a season and they haven't really given it that much thought.
yeah. Well, and I mean, we've all talked about it before. Like, a lot of pumpkin beers are very heavy on cinnamon, which is
Yeah.
a flavor that people love and hate. I personally love cinnamon. So if a pumpkin beer has a lot of cinnamon, it's not really going to bother me that much. But I mean, I know like Nick, for example, like he won't, like he'll like try like little sips of my pumpkin, but if there's cinnamon in it, he's mostly like, you can have it. It's fine.
Cinnamon is
one.
like a little bit can go a long way. You don't need a whole
Mhm.
lot, and yeah, I can get
Yeah.
turned off. I like it, but I can get turned off by it very quickly.
Yeah.
Well,
And most pumpkin beers don't, I'll say probably 95% don't have anything to do with pumpkin. Just other
Yeah.
than the spice, there's no pumpkin in them because it's hard to brew with. Steve, I had one recently from Johnson City Brewing.
yeah.
I got it here in Nashville, and they actually put pumpkin in it. He actually makes it because he says on the can, he goes, every year I debate whether I'm going to make this beer or not because it's kind of such hard work. And his wife talks him into making it, and they're always glad they did. And I had it for the first time here, and it's fabulous. It's one. I
Yeah.
put it up there top 2 or 3 of all the pumpkin beers I've ever had.
Wow.
If we have not gotten you, Ashley, the pumpkin ale, the Blackstone, which is the oldest brewery here in Nashville, we have to get you that. That's actually my
Yes,
favorite,
please.
and it's out. It's out most of the year. I mean, you
Wow.
walk in there, and July when you wouldn't think a pumpkin beer is being consumed in Nashville when it's 100 degrees out. And I'm like, pumpkin, you got the pumpkin beer out? Hell yeah, I'll take
Yeah.
it, man. Yeah,
I mean, I'll
absolutely.
Or if you
drink
go
a
there, they
pumpkin
have it.
beer when it's 100 degrees. I don't care.
Yeah, it's still refreshing.
It is
Matter of
so
fact,
refreshing.
I've got a couple to ship to Nick, so a couple of hot butchers. I've got a couple of those Blackstones. I'll throw 1 or 2 of them in there for you too.
Oh,
and
heck yeah. Thank
just to
you.
see because they are,
Yep.
and they're still fresh because it's still kind of that season.
Nice. Yes. Thank
But
you. Very much appreciated.
yeah, I want to go back to your page for a minute. Do you remember what life? And I know it was only like a year and a half ago, right, that you started this thing. But do you remember what life was like? Even beer life was like before the page, and not that it's all consuming, but we do a lot of work on our stuff, right? Believe it or not, like it's kind of
Yeah.
if you want to, you got to constantly put stuff out, right? So it's always kind
Yeah.
of in when you're drinking your beer, it's in your thoughts and whatever. Do you remember what life was like even before like Instagram stuff? It was like, hey, I could just sit and enjoy the beer and not have to like rate it.
Right. Yeah. Like, I used to just like sit back, like Nick would be like, hey, I'm going to open this beer. Do you want to split it? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And I would just drink it and I wouldn't have to worry about it. And
Right.
now if you go out and you look at our bar, I've got like 3 cans lined up that I'm like, don't throw this away. I have to do something with it.
Yeah, like
it is.
everything. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was gonna say it is like it's a lot of work sometimes. Like, I mean, I'm not the most original when it comes to, posts or anything like that, but it's like, I'm a girl, so I gotta make sure I have makeup on. I gotta make sure my hair looks okay. Like,
I know it's
I'm
so
s-
hard, isn't it? Like you gotta make
I
sure
know
your hair's okay.
you understand.
Put
You
a hat
gotta
on.
make sure your hair's okay.
Just put a
And then
hat on.
everything's, and I know Steve does this too. Like if we're going somewhere or even ahead of time, you're always planning or you're always like, okay, that's going to be I got to save that for later. That's going to be a post. That's got to be, all right, I'm doing this with that. Or when you get a beer in, you're like, okay, this is going to be a thing. Like you're
Yes.
always thinking about it, aren't you?
Yes. And like you become that insufferable person that you see out that's like got their phone up, taking pictures and taking a selfie. 'Cause I'm like,
Well,
I gotta document it, you know?
so what's funny is by the time this podcast comes out, we would already have had another one out of rating our top 10 beers of the year. And there was one that I just got recently that I rated a 5. It's a barrel aged beer. And I kept the can because I was like, you know what? I got to keep the can. So when I come over to Scott's in a couple days, that's going to be my prop. My number
Yeah.
one beer of the year.
Yes.
You got to
You
keep
got to think ahead.
I know,
about
I know.
stuff
It
like
is
that.
it is funny. We text a lot about stuff, and it's like, by the way, blah 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 blah. You know, we were talking today, texting about some guy. Can we talk about that, Scott? About a future
Sure.
episode, maybe? Okay.
Sure.
There's a guy in Australia who
Wow.
we may try to get on, and Scott
Cool,
and I, and
cool.
I'm texting him this morning about certain ideas. I was like, could we ship him beer, and can he ship us beer from Australia?
I know what
Would
you're
that be
trying to. I'm trying to
possible?
navigate that.
I mean, would
You're
that
gonna
even
have to
be?
lie.
Yeah, I was like, would that? Yeah, we're not going to do that. But I'm like,
Yeah,
would
no.
that even be possible? But maybe we should just find out like what kind of beer that he likes, and we go out and drink that beer while he's. I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're trying to like throw out ideas because Scott said, yeah, he was in Tokyo, and I'm like, Japanese rice lagers. I've had them. Like the brain is always going. It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a minute,
exactly.
Japanese rice
Everything's-
lagers. We've had those.
Yes.
Everything's kind of not center, but everything has, especially if you're beer drinker. And here's the other thing. We are all real beer drinkers. And that's what I like.
Yeah.
One of the things I like about your page, because we've seen a lot of phonies out there. And there'll
Oh,
be a
yeah.
day that I'm going to put some names out here, but not today.
Are you saying, wait a minute, are you saying they're not contenders?
Drinking the beer.
They're not contenders, but rather they're pretenders?
Or
Yeah,
pretenders.
1000%.
There's a
I
lot
think
of
we all know
pretenders.
who some of those.
Yeah.
We've seen some of those
You know who
pages.
you
Anyway,
are.
there will be an
pretender.
episode one day. One day, Steve's going to call in sick, and I'm like, "This is the day I'm naming names."
Are you
He
not
won't
going
let me
to
do it.
You're not going to name me?
No, I'm talking about non-beer drinkers who have beer pages. But
It's
anyway,
gonna be
okay.
Scott's the reason, or the Scott's version of the 13 Reasons Why.
yes,
Except it's
I'm going to
gonna
lay it
be
all out there.
people on beer Instagram who don't drink beer.
They're getting canceled, or I will. One of us.
Yeah, it's fine.
But what I like about your page, and I know this about you, is you are a real beer drinker, and that's where actually the page comes from. Obviously, you mentioned that earlier. It's like, that's one of the best things about your page is I know you drink it. You drink the thing. You're actually describing it. You're creative on there. Your page is colorful, and it's real. And I think that's what I love about your page, and probably what most people do too. That's why you have so many followers.
Yeah, thank you. I definitely agree. I mean, I didn't start this to just, pick up a can and pose. Like that sounds weird to me. I mean, I like craft beer. I like beer in general. I've in this since 2024, I've definitely seen a lot of creators who are very vocal about how they don't drink the beer that they're promoting. And I'm like, well, why are we here? Because
Yeah.
none of us are getting paid to do this. I can assure you that they're probably not getting paid to do this. So why are you wasting your time? Like, why are you wasting everybody's time? Like,
Right.
I actually legit saw a girl on her story. I'm not going to name names, but I guess somebody had called her out on it and she thought she was being the bigger person. And she said, I just would like to address something. Everybody's right. I do not drink these beers. I just take the picture and I give it to my husband and he drinks it. And I'm like, why am I following you, girl?
Right. Right.
Because I was under the impression this whole time that she was like me, that she was taking the time to find these beers that sounded good to her and she was going to drink them and rate them and talk about them. But no, that's not what it was about at all. And I was like, what? No,
Right.
this is already a space that doesn't have a huge female presence.
Yeah.
So the female presence that is here, why are we not contributing? Why are you so proud to announce that you're not contributing? You're just here for a show.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just didn't sit right.
It's phony, and I hate phony
Yeah.
shit. We're all here doing it for real. I mean, we're visiting places, we're going places, we're drinking the beer. We're doing that first and foremost, and the other stuff kind of
Yeah.
comes afterwards.
Yeah.
We won't name the place, but Scott knows where I'm talking about. But there was a place that opened. I'm not even gonna say where, but it opened over the past year, and we went there for one of the grand openings. And I remember sitting in there, and it was really crowded right when we walked in. And you see all these people that are coming in, and you could tell that they don't drink craft beer, they wouldn't know craft beer from craft cheese.
It was all this. Actually, it was all this.
Yeah.
Oh, just the selfies.
And
oh my
we
God.
were there. I mean, we were actually probably there till almost closing that night. We got there about the time that they opened. And I'll bet an hour later, you looked around, you said, yep, all the people
all
that came
gone.
in here with their camera phones and their selfies, they gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They gone.
And we'll never be back. We'll be back to
Yeah.
drinking
Yeah.
beer.
And you can tell. And then of course you see what really made me laugh was you could see in the preceding days, we're posting stuff, but we're posting content of us actually there for a while, enjoying the beer, enjoying the place, talking about how great the place is. We're glad that this place is open up. And you got some other people that are also posting things. But again, I don't think they know diddly squat about any of it, and they probably will never come back.
No, probably not.
No.
They're probably just their local influencer. So
Yeah.
it was a new place, so they had to go and make their mark, I guess.
Yeah,
if that's what you
it
wanna
is funny.
say.
It is funny to watch at times.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I just feel like if we're all putting this work in and we're actually doing this stuff, let it be our thing. If you want to go take pictures of other stuff and be fake and do all that shit, do it somewhere else or do it for a different product. Do it for socks or some shit. I don't care. I don't care about your sock page. Leave our beer pages alone.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. It's very sad that you log on to something that you think is for one thing and then you end up seeing like something totally different. Like, I don't want to sound like a pearl clutcher or anything like that because I'm not, but these pages that aren't taking the beer seriously, that they're just here to wear their skimpy lingerie and push their boobs up to their chest or flash their butt cheeks with a beer can sitting on top of it. Like, you're not drinking the beer. Like, there are plenty of other apps that you can go on and you're going to make more money. So why are you giving it away for free on Instagram when you're not making any money off of it?
Oh my God, that is hilarious.
Yeah, and why does it have to be beer? Pick another product to do that with. If you,
like, I don't know, do Cheez-Its or something. Like, just leave the beer out of it.
That's right.
Do some Cheez-Its.
This is our thing. Like,
Yeah,
we're all invested. I think that's the big thing. We're all invested. Like, even financially, we spend money. Like, I spend money at places. I spend money to buy beer. I spend money to, ship beer. Like, but we're invested and we love it, and it's a passion. That fucking let us have it.
Yeah.
Let us have it.
He said that.
It's a tiny little niche community. Just let us have it.
Let us have it.
That's all we want.
Yes, go away.
Yeah.
Go to your to your whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So Steve, put your boobs away and stop posting that content.
Yes. Right on, sister.
Yeah. And nobody would want to see that.
I've got
no followers ever.
By the way, right here in this little black book, I got all the names. I got them all.
Yeah.
So that day, I'm gonna put out an episode Steve won't know about, and I'll drop all the names.
Boy,
drop them all.
He's making a list and he's checking it twice. Oh my God.
Merry Christmas from the Brewery Underground.
Woohoo! Ashley, here's a
All of
question. Before you started drinking craft beer, were you drinking the domestics? What was your go-to? Or were you drinking other things?
Yeah, I was. So when I started dabbling in alcohol when I was like in high school, I didn't like beer. But then when I graduated and I went to college, so for us in West Virginia, you go to WVU or you go to Marshall. And if you go to Marshall, you're going to get picked on. So we all went to WVU. And when I was out there, like, WVU is a pretty big party school. I'm sure you guys have maybe heard some stories, but they're burning couches and shit out there. It's pretty crazy. So when I went to college, I was like, no one's going to buy me a Mike's Hard Lemonade. Nobody's going to buy me a Smirnoff Ice. I'm going to have to start drinking beer. So for a lot of years, I drank the Natty Light. And then my friends decided that they were going to start drinking Milwaukee's Best. And that's when I switched to liquor.
You're like, I'm out.
I drew the line
on
there.
that.
Yeah. I will drink a Natty Light. I will not drink a Milwaukee's Best. But eventually they came back around and we started drinking Natty Light again. But as I turned 21, I started drinking Bud Light. I started drinking Mick Ultra. I will say, for the start of my craft beer journey, I always give Nick the credit for getting me into craft beer, which is kind of true. But when I was in college, I actually had a friend who lived above. It's no longer open, but there was a place called Morgantown Brewing Company. and it was at the bottom of the building. She lived above the building. And we would go down there and we would hang out. But at that time, with me drinking like Ultra and Bud Light, I was going in like, what tastes like a Mick Ultra? So I was drinking like a lot of blondes or a Kolsch or something like that. But college Ashley couldn't afford a $5 pint, so she didn't drink that a lot. So it was mostly a lot of like Bud Light and Ultra, but probably more Bud Light because it was just slightly cheaper.
Yeah, and I think we've all been there, right? We've all drank that stuff, and it's probably a good, not even a life lesson, but it's like, hey, it's something great that we can fall back compared to what we're drinking now, right? We've drank that shitty stuff. We know how bad that is, especially in comparison to the good stuff we're drinking now. So,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had mentioned this on a previous podcast. And I went to the Speedway Classic in Bristol, Virginia, Tennessee. I'm sorry, Bristol, Tennessee. And over the summer, see the Reds play the Braves, and they only had like 3 or 4 different beer options, and none of them were good. And I settled for a Michelob Ultra, and I hadn't had a Michelob Ultra in a number of years. And I'm like, well, you know what? At least I can hydrate as well here tonight.
There you go. And listen, I'm not mad at a Michelob Ultra.
It's all
I will
right.
still drink a Michelob Ultra if
It'll
it's
get
like
you
a
through.
full day. Yeah, if you're like floating the river or something, like I can't pound a bunch of these and float the river. So I gotta suck it up and get some Michelob or something. Like that's an easy drinker.
Yeah, we're not pounding a bunch of these and floating down the river. That's for sure. Or you may be floating down the river.
what Steve didn't tell you about that Michelob Light or that Michelob he had at the racetrack is he wouldn't even check it in.
That's true. I didn't check it in.
He was like, I'm not even checking it in.
Wow.
I didn't check it in.
That's all right.
But it was sort
In
of a
your heart.
go-to back in the day for me too. It's like, okay, Michelob Ultra,
I mean, I remember being blown away by the difference of taste between a Bud Light and a Mick Ultra. That was like game changing for me.
Like,
I was
what the
like,
hell?
ooh, I am not going back to Bud Light. And even to this day, I do not drink Bud Light. Like I will drink a Mick Ultra if that's what I have to have.
I always preferred Bud Light over Miller Light. I could never get Miller Light down.
Mm.
Oh, I don't know. And there's a difference
I don't
between the
love
two.
that.
They're not, neither one of them are great, but
No.
Yeah, I am not Team Miller Light either. I will drink a Coors Light.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
can do
my
that.
favorite, but I am not drinking a Miller Light now.
yeah. The Coors Light is it's more tolerable than the others.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's switch gears for a minute and kind of talk about the women in beer perspective. And one of the questions I've got is, do you think women bring a different, unique perspective to beer tasting and reviewing than men do?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think so. I think, and now listen, I'm not about to be, I'm not going to be hating on men. I just want to put that out there right now. I'm not a man hater, but I do think that we do bring a little bit of a different perspective to everything. I mean, I do think that even just like in general, I think that I think about things on different levels in different ways than even like Nick does. Like, not even just like beer related, but like I'll take notes on like the little things that maybe like most people don't think about. And I feel like that even like translates like into the beer thing. Like, I think about the smaller details of things and I put more thought into like the specifics of like a post or a song or a caption or something like that. And I think that kind of like rings true with like a lot of the different women that I see on here, like who are actually, posting about the beers that they drink.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just, here's my beer, it's this many ABV, it's got this hops in it. Like, it's a little deeper than that.
Yeah, women tend to be more detail oriented anyway as a whole, I
Yeah.
think. And that's probably exactly what you're talking about there.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, and that's a fun perspective because a lot of times Scott and I will be out and we know we need to get content, and then at the end of the night are going, hey, we didn't get pictures of ourselves together at this place. We don't have no, we got pictures of everything else, but by the way, we forgot pictures of us standing there hoisting our beers. I think we've gotten a little bit better at that over time, but yeah, there's sometimes we've just gone, hey, yeah, kind of forgot that element of it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the same way. Like you get in the moment, you just totally forget. I get it.
Yeah, and sometimes you don't even have a plan. Like, I'm in a place, I need to get pictures, I need to get little videos and things just so for something for later. So I've got some content, but didn't think the whole thing through. Like,
Yes.
Steve, you and I aren't in it at all.
There's 2 of you, and not one
Just-
person got a damn picture.
And then early on, people didn't know who we were, and not that everybody does, but there was a lot of confusion as to who was who. And they were
Who
like,
is
which
who?
one's Steve and which one's Scott? Because part of it was we didn't show our faces. We were just taking pictures.
Well,
That is very true of men profiles, and I kind of get it. Like, men aren't jumping to take selfies of themselves usually. And I
Yeah.
mean, that's basically all that I do. Like, I selfie with the beer or I stick the beer up somewhere else. But that is very true. Like, most men are just like, here's the beer, here's the brewery I'm at, and that's all you get. So
Yeah.
sometimes you have these accounts, you literally have no idea what that person even looks like.
it's
Now-
good for that. And when we go to Cincinnati a lot of times and we hook up and hang out with our good friend Liz, every damn bubbling. And a lot of times I go up there more than Scott. She'll be like, we'll be hanging out, I'll be walking, and all of a sudden, like, next day she'll post something like, didn't realize she was walking, or I'm waving and she's, hey, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just waving, now I'm
Yeah.
just sort of
Yeah.
doing it. So I go, oh yeah, I might be on camera. Let's just wave,
Yeah.
Don't do
I do
anything
that too.
embarrassing.
Yeah, like I don't know, like I feel like sometimes if I'm like in the middle of something, I'm like, this is a moment. Like this is a moment that
moment.
I should capture something. Like
Yeah.
like when we were like in San Diego with Joe and his wife, like I would catch moments with Nick and Joe so that they had something that they could use like for their social medias or for the podcast page or something like that because like they were too busy laughing and acting like goof heads to think I need to get my phone out and do this. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I guess I'm just always thinking like, what's going to be a good picture? What's going to be a good moment? What's going to be, something that's like good for the page? Like, not that I'm creating like, something that's like fake or something like that, but it's just like, we're in this moment, we're doing this thing. What can I do to show people that this is what's going on right now?
Yeah.
Yep. You took one and maybe multiple of them when it was just Joe and Nick walking down the street, and it was like a shot from them behind.
Yeah.
And I think it was just cool, them just kind of standing side by side, walking down the street. And,
Yeah, like they had no idea. I just like,
Yep.
I stopped walking and I let them get like a little further ahead of me and I just like started snapping pictures of them. And then
Yeah.
eventually they were like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm getting pictures of you two.
Yeah.
Keep walking. Like,
It's a great thing. Steve and I did a few episodes ago. It was our 100th episode recording, and we did it with the Foamy Heads out at Cedar Glade Brews. And we got pictures with us and kind of stuff. But we had people there that were kind of there to watch, but just hang out and support us. And they were taking pictures of us doing our thing while
Yeah.
we're all doing it. And I got those back later, and that was cool, right? It was we were all
Yeah.
just in our
Yeah.
moment doing something, not even, we weren't doing it. It was just somebody else doing it, and you see a different perspective.
yeah, exactly.
I found this question interesting. I don't know if it's stupid or what, but do you think women have different palates than men as far as it comes to beer? The reason I ask, I think women like the fruited sours and stouts and things a lot more than, say, men do, and men kind of lean towards the IPAs and what. Have you found that to be true, or what's your take on that?
I don't know. I think it's kind of 50-50. I mean, I do see where, there are like a lot of women who do kind of gravitate towards like the sours and the stouts and stuff like that. But I mean, there's also a lot of girls that I see that are drinking beers that I'm not ever going to drink. Like, I mean, like Sarah, for example, just a beer romance. Like, she's drinking stuff that Nick drinks. Like,
Yeah.
she just sent us her West Coast IPA that she made. And like, I did try it
Wow.
and I did actually really, really like it. Like, she did a really good job with it. But like, I don't really drink West Coast IPAs, but like when I talk to her and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm drinking the sour or oh, I'm drinking the stout, she's like, I'm drinking this IPA. You know what I mean?
So
There's
if you
definitely
go
a lot of
into
girls.
But if you go into a brewery and you get a flight, are you getting a flight? Are you seeking out all sours, or are you trying to get a balance of like, maybe I'll try this IPA, maybe I'll get a sour, maybe I'll get an ale, or a pilsner, or what's usually your strategy when you're going in?
Yeah, I definitely try to get a mix.
Yeah.
I'm especially, I mean, if there's like multiple sours, I will pick at least the one that sounds like the best in my opinion and put that on my flight, and then I'll, divvy out the other 3 or whatever as to like other styles that I like. But then, if there's like 2 more sours on tap, I'll get just like half pours or like
Yeah.
tasters of those so that I can try them too. But I'm like you guys, like I want to have a vast color profile whenever I get a flight. Like, I don't just want to have like all the same color beer.
You mean unlike me tonight? Well, it started.
Unlike you,
We started
unlike
out with blue, and then after that, it was like
blue and white only.
And that's unusual for me. You can ask Scott. I'm usually fairly well on the old color schemes. It's like, yeah, you got another good one tonight.
Always impressed when Steve comes back to the table with his flight. It is multicolored, man, every single time.
But
That's
that's
how it should
okay
be.
though, Ashley, because you got us the beer, and it doesn't matter what color it was because you got
That's
us
right.
the beer, and it was great anyway.
You got to try all new beer. That's
Damn
all that
right.
matters.
That's what.
With the funny thing would have been is if that beer I cut yesterday, if Steve had if I hadn't cut it and he had wound up with that one, he would have four white beers in lieu of the blue.
That's true.
How funny would that have been?
He would have had the all white flight.
Yeah. So what are we rating our beers, Scott? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to rate them a 5 necessarily, but they'll be in the 4s, Ashley.
Okay.
I can tell you that they will
That's
all
pretty
be in
high
the
for you.
4s. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm thinking. So first, have you had every single one of these that you sent us? Okay, so you've definitely had all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think you said earlier that most of these that you've had from this particular brewery, you've rated pretty high, like almost a 5 for most of them.
Yeah. I mean, most are definitely a 5, but I think the lowest is probably like a 4.5.
Yeah. But most of these
Yeah.
you've gotten, though, I think you said when you've had them, you had them on a 16-ounce can, you split with Nick.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you
I
just
have
had
not
them.
had one just solely on my own.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were laughing about that last night because I said, we're trying all those. I said, I don't know if I can try 4 16-ounce cans in one night, but I will certainly try all of them.
Yeah.
Well, and I kept saying, you know what? They'll probably still be good tomorrow if you got any left over because
Yeah,
there's not a
right.
lot of carbonation in
Fine.
them, so they're probably
Breakfast,
just
remember? Breakfast tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
Who's
yeah.
going to know?
breakfast. I'll say the order that I'm giving these is the first. I'm giving. I don't know what I'm going to give it yet. Probably a 4.8. Is this Taparoo? Really freaking good. I love that one. And then I'm going to jump to the Droid Juice. That one.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like
Yeah.
second, probably like a 4.5.
Okay. Okay.
Really good. And then the Max Strokes, probably 4.1.
Okay.
Well, it's still really good. The iced tea is a little different, but it's still delicious. And I'm going to exclude the dissolver only because it's not quite the same. It's peanut butter and jelly. And of course, I kind of had to like bring out that one into my lineup because I killed the other one. But excellent beers.
I mean, those are pretty high ratings from you guys. So
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
That's like an Ashley equivalent 5. So
Yeah, and we talked to a guy, and I guess maybe I've done it and never really thought about it or even said it out loud, but rating to style. Remember Sean was
Yeah.
talking about that, Steve, and like just rating to style. If that thing fits the style profile or fits the definition of the style, it should get a high rating. Like it
Yeah.
It
should.
should get a high rating. Yeah.
for
Yeah,
sure.
and you can tell the quality of these beers is really high too, so they deserve high marks.
How often have I had a blue beer, for God's sakes? I think
True.
maybe, like I said, I think maybe once, and you were with me, Scott. It was I think it was that blue ice cream beer a few years ago from Streetside up in Cincinnati that one night on a flight.
Yes, they had a blue one, and then Sonder had one called blue,
Yeah.
but it was green.
It was
so that doesn't really
green.
count.
Yeah. Yeah. That was like the same trip, maybe like the next day or something.
Well, yeah, what do they call it? It was like blue. What was it? Blue ice cream or something? Something
Yeah.
that the area was famous for, or some shit. And
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about Kings
the
Island.
Sonder.
It's
Kings
Sonder,
Island.
because Kings Island Amusement Park is so close. So they
Yeah.
always do a collab of something up there. But the other thing is, it's like this beer right here, the density of it, you have to give the density of it alone, the fact that they got it right, a higher rating. They got everything right, like you said, the style of it. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. So I love them all. Excuse me. Look, I want to go back to the women and beer thing real quick, if we could. I just want to know: are there challenges you think that, like, you might have, or women with beer pages who do it correctly would kind of have that men maybe don't have doing their beer pages?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Part of me feels like a lot of times that sometimes we're not really taking that seriously. I mean, like I said before, this is a very male dominated space. So when you're coming into something like that, as a woman, it's tough, and a lot of times beer gets gendered. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but I've heard creators, or I've heard people say like, "Oh, it's a sour, it's a girl beer," or "Oh, it's this, it's a girl beer." And it's like, well, since when does beer have a gender?
Yeah.
Mhm,
Yeah.
Like,
mhm.
just like whenever, like, I had made a post on my page about, feeling like sometimes I'm not taking very seriously. And, another person that's in the beer community with us, who is a man, said, I feel like I don't get, a lot of reactions to posts, or people don't really reach out to me or comment on my stuff because I drink a lot of stouts and I drink a lot of sours. And it's not considered the manly beer like an IPA is, or like something with like a high ABV or whatever. And it's like, I don't understand why we're gendering beer. Like we're all here enjoying the same thing. Like I'm a woman who likes a sour, but you two are men who like sours. So it's like, why does it matter? Like
Right.
why are we
Exactly.
why are we just not enjoying the same thing? Like I don't know. It's just it's very, very annoying. Like the gender stereotypes within beer, I'll never understand it. It's not that serious, but people make it absolutely so serious, and it just kills me. So I think that that's probably like the biggest thing that I face, along with what we talked about earlier with
Yeah.
people posting their naked beer pictures and actually not
That's
drinking the
just-
beers. But we don't have to get back on that bandwagon.
But you are right. It is not that serious. It's just
Yeah.
drinking beer. So
It's literally not
yeah.
that serious. Yeah.
Yeah. We all kind of, we all love this beer community and this beerstagram, if you will. And for those that do it right, we just all want to get together and talk about it and make friends. Like that's how we know you, and that's how we know Nick, and that's how we know Keith and Coop, and just through this thing. So all that other stuff should just be thrown out the window. It should not matter. So anyway, okay. So here's one. If you had to describe your beer taste in 3 words, what would they be?
No.
And I don't know if I even sent you that earlier.
No,
I don't know if that was
I
on
am
that
very
list.
on the spot right now. Ooh,
I had to surprise you with something.
my beer taste in 3 words.
Yeah.
So, I guess I like things that are bold,
Good one.
that maybe like push the limits, and
AKA pickle beers. That's
AKA pickle beers. Yeah. And I guess like maybe just something that's just like true to what it says, Like if I'm drinking a beer and you're telling me that this is what it is, that's what I want to taste.
Like
Right.
it. Well
Yeah.
said. Yeah, I love it.
So even because I know you're experiencing more and maybe even liking more IPAs. I think we've talked about that on happy hours and whatnot. And is that kind of part of that too? Like you get a West Coast, you're like, you know what? I know it's really dank and stuff, but that's kind of what it's supposed to be. I can
Yeah,
appreciate that. And are you starting to like a lot of those things too? Or like them more than you did?
I am. I'm maybe not on the Steve level of being on my West Coast IPA tour. But I did say when we went to California, I said I'm going to try more IPAs, cuz generally I just really only drink like hazy IPAs. Like I really, really like fruity hazies. But I'm like, I'll try to drink some more IPAs. I will try some West Coast IPAs. And the ones that I'm trying, it's still very hit or miss. But I have had some West Coasts that I've been like, okay, this doesn't taste like cat piss. I think we're making progress. We're getting there.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because you referenced that, and I had said this on a couple other podcasts that it wasn't that I didn't necessarily hate West Coast IPAs. I just didn't gravitate towards them. And
Yeah.
so I didn't seek them out. And then all of a sudden, when we started doing the beer community beer trade, people were sending me some. And I'm like, oh, I need to try these more. So yeah. And here's another one because the podcast episode has already been released. One of my top 10 beers of the year was a West Coast IPA.
Get out.
Yes, sir.
Get out.
The tour. The tour has really come to a head.
Wow, when
It's
this
been
episode comes out,
successful.
we'll know what that
We
we'll have known what that is.
That's right. Keep
We
listening.
will.
Or go back to listen to the other episode if you haven't listened already.
Yeah.
What could it
Try
be?
to promote them already. Yeah.
Yes.
No, and you know what? That was also part of like the experience of it. It wasn't just, yes, I love this beer. But it's like the company that I was with. I mean, I was with Sky or whatever, but the Hill Tappers were there. We were all having fun. And then it was kind of like, oh my God, I really love this West Coast IPA beer. So, yeah, they had
Right.
that had to be part of like the top 10 beer list for me of the year going, it's not just about drinking the beer, but it's also going to be about the whole experience of it doing it too.
Yeah, for sure.
1,000%. There was one day Steve gave, I believe it was 2 West Coast IPAs in the same day, like a 4. Or maybe
Yes.
even above a 4 in the same day.
Wow. You are a West Coast IPA stan. Wow.
But you're right, Steve, too, when you start getting them sent from other people and different ones, and they're experiencing all these different ones, like, hey, maybe not this one so much, but this one, and you're finding that common ground, and you're kind of realizing, and maybe even with like pickle beers, in a sense, it's like, God, I really understand them, and there's some that are really extreme one way and maybe, extreme the other way, and you find that thing that, that common ground there that makes you like them.
I will try more pickle beers, Ashley. I will.
Yes.
I will. I'll try more.
That's
Like
I
I
love
said,
it.
secret's
I
out.
believe in you.
if you send me a spicy one, I'll probably look at it and go, I may have to share this one with somebody.
Okay.
But all the other ones, yeah, I'm all in. I'm like, yeah, heck yeah, I'll try them. So
Yes. I'm proud of you. I knew you would.
yeah, there you go.
Steve doesn't know this yet. I signed him up for his tour next year.
Yeah,
It's pickle beers.
Pickle beer tour
He's going on a pickle beer
2026.
tour.
we
Yeah,
have to find them.
yeah.
We have to go and find them, though. That's the thing. There aren't
That's why
that
we're
many
starting
around
now.
Nashville.
Seriously.
Yeah,
Good luck.
That's why we're starting now. We're
Yeah.
going to build up a little. We're
that's
going to
right.
build up
Maybe you
an
should
inventory.
brew one, Scott.
I could brew one.
Okay, you
Ooh.
brew one, I'll drink it. How's that?
That's a good idea.
And then
That's
send
actually
one
a
to
good
your friend
idea.
Ashley.
Okay. Must brew pickle beer.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Well, one of our favorite things that I love about this beer community, that we do in this beer community, are beer trades. And we touched on them earlier. What's the weirdest beer or style of beer or anything? Can you think of one that you got in a beer trade?
Yeah. I
Maybe
mean,
the most unique or weirdest beer you've ever gotten?
yeah, I mentioned it earlier. That mustard beer from Martin House was the weirdest thing I've ever tried. And apparently it's like a whole line. So you can get ketchup, mustard,
Oh, God.
mayo. I mean, they have it all.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. How can it be good? I'm trying to figure out what would make it good.
I mean, I do really like mayo. I like mayo probably more than I like mustard. So I probably should have started with the mayo one. But
Yeah.
I mean, the mustard was like a mustard bomb. It was just
Wow.
like, I can't even explain it. Like Nick and I both drank it and we were like, whoo! Like, it just like exploded your taste buds.
was that
Like,
on a flight? Tell me that was on a flight, right?
no, we split it because
Uh,
Andy had sent me the can, the 16
Oh,
ounce
okay,
can.
okay.
And
Yeah,
we
that's right.
split
Yeah.
it.
Okay, yeah.
Like,
You said it was a can.
yeah, Nick drank like one sip and was done. I gave it like 3 sips and I was like, I can't do this. Like, I really tried.
Do you remember the name of the beer or who
Oh.
brewed it? And I just kind of wanted to see what the overall rating was on that thing.
I mean, it didn't have a bad rating on it. I don't remember. I mean, I think it was like in the high 3s. Crap. I can't even
Okay,
remember what
I'm
the
just
name
curious.
of it
Like,
is now. Yeah.
that's all right.
I just remember it had like a giant bratwurst on it.
That's funny. That is funny.
Yeah, I mean, I would try it. I'd to see what it was about, but I can't see in what way it could be good.
Oh, I
Unless
think
you
it's
just
it's called Fletcher's Original Corny Dog Mustard Beer.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Okay.
Corny dog.
So it has an overall, okay, I lied. It has an overall rating of 3.23, but from my friend's rating, it has a 3.98.
Is it supposed to be like a corn dog? A corny dog is like no. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
it just is straight mustard. The
Yeah.
flavor profile says mustard beer.
Ah.
Ugh.
Tangy, sour, thick, pungent, and aromatic.
Is it all those things?
Yeah, pretty much.
I feel like if I drank that, I would be losing a bet or something. And I was like, you're going to have to drink this.
Oof.
Okay. All right. Well,
It was tough. It was tough.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
glad I
bet.
did it because now I get to tell the story.
there
But
you
it was
go.
tough.
It's always a good
Yeah,
story.
that's a great story. Yeah, for sure. I can't say I've come close to anything like that.
Yeah, it's wild. I think if you want to try the pushing the limits of beer, you got to go to Martin House because those people are
Okay.
mixing everything with everything.
Well, I've got 2 more things. I know we've kept you long. Have you got a couple more minutes?
I've got plenty of time. I have no children.
Well, you got
Like,
4 beers.
I've got plenty of time.
Got
Well, you
plenty of
got
time,
4 beers to drink too.
Yeah.
right?
I've got 1.5 left to drink, so I'm
I'll
making
say
some
I'm still
progress
working
here.
on
But
this flight.
back to beer trades. Describe the feeling you get when you get a beer box at your doorstep, right? Whether you know it's coming or not. How is that the best feeling?
I mean, it's like getting your Christmas present. Like
Uh-huh.
you don't know what's inside and you're just wanting to rip it open as fast as you can so you can see exactly what it is.
Yeah, like when you sent it one the other day and it came back, Steve, I got one. He goes, well, any idea what's in it? I go, no, we're going to open it together. We're going to find out at the same time.
Yeah.
We have
Together.
no idea what's in this thing.
At a
Yeah,
brew.
the knife. Yeah. I mean, that's how I felt when you guys sent mine. I mean, I knew that I was getting that Johnson City pickle crowler, but that was the only thing I knew. And then when I opened it and I saw that Steve had picked out that Donna's pickle beer for me, I was like,
Yep.
We got your back, man. We got your
you
back.
got my back. I appreciate it.
Yeah, the little surprises are nice. Right? There's always something. Oh, I didn't know I was getting this one. I didn't know I was getting this one. Keith from Porch Beers sent us some Great Lakes. He's done it a couple of times. I think the last one he sent it was I think it was a mixed case. Like it had like Midwest and Vivacious, and I forget what the other one was. And I go, hey, Steve, we got the mixed case, right? I think I did it here, and we did the box opening remotely, and then Keith texts me later. He goes, did you take them all out of the box? And I go, no, because I just thought he took a couple and he stuffed some other ones in the box too, some other surprises, which were pretty fucking
What a
cool
guy.
too. So yeah,
What a guy.
I know he's a cool dude, isn't he?
He's a good guy. He's my BFF.
Yeah.
That's what I tell him.
The good
He's
guy.
awesome. The only other thing I've got, we can talk about anything else, but I want to do an F, Marry, Kill. And I'm kind of, I did not.
Why didn't I know this was coming?
I left that one off too on purpose.
Wow. I should have seen this coming.
Here it comes.
Now, I know you've done this on a podcast, but you gave me this idea a long time ago, and I kind of been waiting to use it for a reason. So I want to use it today for you.
Nice. You might be a part of this too.
Yeah, we may have to. Yeah, we may bring Steven on this too and see what his things are. Okay, this might not be that hard, but anyway, F, Marry, Kill, and we're gonna go with beer styles. Okay, IPAs. Well, this is called stouts. We'll just leave the stouts, the general stout category.
Okay.
IPA stouts, and we'll say fruited sours, just because.
Listen, I'm really proud of you for not making it worse on me. Because once you said fuck, marry, kill, I was like, man, he's gonna make me really go to work on this.
I was gonna go down like Czech lagers or
or like all three styles that I just totally hate.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So I will. Are we keeping this PG? Do I have to say F, marry, kill?
This is not PG, by the way.
Okay,
You can say whatever you want. Yeah.
I will fuck the stout. I will marry the sour, and I will kill the IPA.
Okay, that's kind of where I thought. I could have figured out at least two of them in the just process of elimination.
Yeah.
I'd have figured out where the last one went. All right, Steve, that's a good question for you.
Scott doesn't know this, but I saw that question on Google Sheets.
Mm.
And so I came up with my own answer.
Okay.
And here it is. I'm going to flock to anything Great Lakes.
What? That's not the assignment.
That's not you're switching the rules.
I know I am. I'm going to
Beer
marry
style.
an Oktoberfest.
All right, we can allow that
This is
one.
Steve's world.
Who are you flocking?
We're flocking?
Flogging, flocking.
King, yes. And I'm
who are you
going to
killing?
kill a grapefruit IPA. Because I don't like grapefruit.
He kind of twisted it a little bit, but it's all
He
right.
made up his own categories.
He kind of catered it to his own thing.
I did. I saw it and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to change it just for the laughs alone. So there you go. So you go ahead, Scott.
So who are you flocking, by the way?
That would be anything from Great Lakes. Probably the Blackout Stout. How's that?
It's pretty broad.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Blackout Stout, because that one was a pretty good beer.
Okay. I was going to say, that's a little more zeroed in at least.
Yep.
I'm going to have to go back and reevaluate those answers.
I had to mess with you, man. I had to mess with you.
Yes. Yeah.
I had it all planned out. I saw that on the Google Sheets, and I'm like, I'm going to type in an answer somewhere else, and I'm going to mess with it. You know, I've got to do it.
I think I want to do a fuck, marry, kill for Scott.
Yeah?
Yeah. All right. Fuck, marry, kill.
There you go, Scott.
Burial.
Ooh.
Southern Grist.
God damn. This is hard.
And
Okay, go
Zool.
ahead. And Zool. Okay. I'm marrying Burial.
Okay.
Fucking Zool. She's my side piece.
More side piece talk.
Yeah. Zool's my side piece. And I got to kill Grist.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, they're kind of
Sorry.
dying anyway. Well, they're not dying,
No.
but they're
Right.
merging with Zool,
Merging, yeah.
Yeah.
So
right.
in that scenario, Zool gives me everything I need.
See, I just wasn't sure what you were going to do with Zool and Grist. I kind of thought
Yeah.
it would be the other way around and that you would marry Grist, but
Hey, can I
okay.
also for the record say
For
that
fun,
I
sorry.
mentioned Great Lakes.
That's
He
true.
didn't. I
Oh,
mentioned Great
did say
Lakes.
Great Lakes.
Bring Great Lakes to Tennessee. I'm flocking to their beer.
Should have
There you
said
go.
it. Did you guys notice I froze and I was like, Zoll? The first thing I could think of.
That's a good one. That's good because XUL and Grist are kind of similar in a lot of ways. So it was a good one. I had to pick between them.
There you go.
Pick between them.
That's true.
Sorry, Grist, but XUL and I have a really strong connection. Not enough to marry. Not enough to marry.
Grist, don't be listening to this.
Oh, yeah. Turn it out.
If they listen to this one, it'll be the first one they've listened to. I'm pretty sure.
You never know, Scott. You never know. They're all listening out there. We have a listener in Australia, for God's sakes. Everybody's listening.
Oh yeah,
that's true. That's true.
You know,
JT,
we're trying to
JT.
get the Antarctica contingent to listen to. That's my goal.
I mean, the penguins got to listen to something, right?
That's right. Exactly.
Well, Steve, you got anything else for Ashley?
Yeah, I got a question. I didn't put it on. See, this is another one that Scott doesn't know I'm going to ask.
This is the hot seat.
Boy.
It's my neck breaking out.
I had to bring it tonight, guys. I had to bring it.
Man.
All right. Let's
Ashley,
hear it.
who would you rather drink craft beer with?
What are the choices?
I know. What are the choices?
Well, I got it. I was waiting for the dramatic pause there.
Sorry.
Sammy Hagar or David Lee Roth?
Oh, come on. Make it hard.
See, I was waiting for the dramatic pause. You had to sit and wait. You thought it was going to be like I was going to say, here I. No, Sammy Hagar or David Lee Roth. Who are you choosing to drink craft beer with?
I mean, is that even a question? I am drinking with David Lee Roth. Do you hear that, Scott?
That's
David
wrong.
Lee Roth.
It's a wrong answer. You gave the wrong answer.
No. To anyone that doesn't know, go back on mine and Scott's Instagram pages and
We're going to have to resurface that at some point.
know
You know what's
David
funny?
Lee Roth is the answer.
There are still some people like 2112 Craft, Scott out of Knoxville. He makes sure he puts David Lee Roth on a lot of his songs on his posts and stuff.
He
and
does.
I think that, I don't know if it stems from that, but he was always,
It does.
yes.
It does. He messaged
he
me.
sided with
He
you.
said, you know what's going on. I said, I know, Scott. Thank you. At least one Scott got it right.
But you know who's on my side? Your husband.
No, he's not.
I think he is.
No.
I think he
Nick
is.
doesn't really care for either one of them.
I think he is. I think he's posted some stuff. I think maybe it was like I don't know, like an innuendo or something. Like he was kind of hinting he was leaning towards Sammy.
I don't think so.
I'll ask him when I have him alone. Not with you in the room, because with you. But...
Okay. Well, maybe Steve should ask. He's the middleman and all of that. He's not going to persuade anybody.
Well, Sammy was the correct answer. You got that wrong.
No, never. I'll die on this hill. I actually had people when that went live that were like, why are you even asking this question? Like, it's David Lee Roth. And I said, I know that. You don't have to tell me. You need to tell the other one that's tagged in it. He's the one that's in the delusion.
You got off to a strong start in that one, like the poll. Well, I think you won the poll because it was your poll, right?
Okay, well, it's also not fair that Scott has 7 Instagram pages and I have 1.
And I still lost the poll. I voted with every one of those pages. I got on every account and voted.
I mean, seriously, I'm surprised you didn't create more accounts just to vote for Sammy Hagar at that rate.
My next one says Sammy's better than David or something. That's going to be my next
That'll be coming out tomorrow. Look for it.
Yes.
God.
Hey, Steve, I may have asked you this, or we probably have asked you this. Who do you like better, Sammy or David?
You know, because I'm in the middle of you two today.
Oh,
I've given you this answer before.
I know, but I'd like to hear it again.
I think David Lee Roth was perfect for the beginning of the band and the MTV generation. I think without him, I do not think Van Halen would have become as big as they were. And I think when Dave left, I think Sammy stepped in, and I think they were just as good. I think Dave is a better performer. I think Sammy is the better singer. There you go. Yeah.
Steve sounds like a politician.
Not one. Oh, God, no. No.
He's like, I can see it from this perspective, but I can see it from this perspective. No, come on. Come on, man.
But
right,
okay,
let's do one more.
If I'm driving down the road, I'm listening to something, I probably do want to listen to Sammy Hagar a little bit more than David Lee Roth.
Outnumbered.
So see, I'm definitely not a politician. I'll never be one of them.
All right. At least you finally took a stance.
All right, here's Here's an F Mary kill. Here's a fuck Mary kill for Steve.
Yeah.
David Lee Roth, Amy Hagar, Gary Sharon. Okay.
No. No. You answer that. You answer that.
David
You
Lee
answer.
Roth, Sammy Hagar, or
No.
Gary Sharon.
No.
No, none of
No.
those.
No.
Damn it. I wouldn't answer that one either.
No. Nice try, though.
All right.
Nice
well,
try.
Had to try. How's that caramel green apple?
These are all good.
She's
It's
so
a lot,
good.
isn't it?
Look at her.
Yes. It looks the part, doesn't it?
It's very good. I know. I was pouring it, and Nick went, "Ooh, that's green." I said,
Mm-hmm.
"Yeah, she's definitely green."
It's a lot. It's good, but it's a lot.
It is good, yeah.
Well, Steve, anything else for Ashley?
Nope. Just want to say thank you.
Well, thank you. I've had so much fun with you two.
I have a little
Is
less
there
to cheers.
anything we didn't cover that you would like to discuss or bring up or
No, I
anything?
mean, I appreciate you guys putting up with me for the last almost 2 hours. So
Hang on.
God.
I'm gonna pour a little more green beer here.
Well, the green beer, huh?
the green blue beer.
Yeah. Yeah, there needs to be like a proper send off for Ashley, you know.
Yeah.
She got
Okay, well here I have the actual green beer.
Mine's reddish.
Yeah.
Ish. So we've got all the colors of the rainbow.
We do.
Here you go.
Love.
Cheers, people.
Cheers, friends.
Well, Ashley, thank
Ashley
you for
Rotruck.
joining us. We've been looking forward to this for a long time.
I have too. Thank you. I appreciate you letting me sit down and grace you guys with my presence.
Yes, we are very thankful for it.
We're gonna get that trademarked.
Listen, there's somebody else who claims to be the queen of sours. She may not be too happy when she hears this, but I'm going to say Steve said it, so it must be true.
There you go. Love it. Love it.
It's official.
Love
Does
it.
that person have a podcast?
That's true.
They do not.
All right.
So
It's not on a podcast. It's not official.
that's right.
Later, everybody. Brewery Underground Podcast.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks,
Cheers.
Ashley. Cheers.